Did you know that more women in their 40s are becoming first-time mothers than ever before? If you're over 40 and dreaming of motherhood, you're in good company. But I bet you also have a lot of questions. Well, you're in the right place. I'm Julie Zhenning, fertility coach, and today we're tackling the most common questions about fertility after 40. By the end of this video, you'll have clarity, hope, and actionable steps to boost your fertility. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Is it really possible to get pregnant after 40? Absolutely. While it's true that fertility declines with age, I'm not going to deny that. Many women do successfully conceive in their 40s, whether they try naturally or using fertility treatments. And they are able to do so using their own eggs. The key really is to understand your body, to optimize your fertility, and really to work from a holistic standpoint of using all the resources that are available to you, of optimizing your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies and health. In my practice, I've worked with a number of women who've become mothers after 40 through a combination of lifestyle changes, which include nutrition and supplements, changes in their daily lives like sleep hygiene, how they relate to their partners and to their community, their friends, their loved ones at work. Mindset shifts have been very critical to their success, including releasing limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns. Some of them use medical assistance with IVF or inseminations. Again, many of them are able to get pregnant naturally. Remember, every woman's journey is unique. So don't look at what others are doing or comparing yourself to others because you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes with them. Just focus on yourself, focus on the things that you can control, which are going to be your thoughts, your actions, your behaviors, your beliefs, and make sure that they all line up to what it is that you truly want, what your heart's desire is. Age is just a number, and I really encourage people not to give it more importance than it is. It's not something that you can change. And so because it's not something that you can change, I actually recommend that you just put it to the background and don't even think about it as a factor in the equation of fertility. And so if you actually ignore it, it can become less of an issue, and it can, in many cases, become a non-issue. And so that's what I actually really encourage people to do when they are concerned about their age is don't even think about it and ignore the circumstances of your age. Question 2, what are the biggest challenges for fertility after 40? So from a physical standpoint, the main challenges are going to be declining egg quality and quantity and an increased risk of chromosomal abnormalities. However, it's really important to understand that these are general trends. They're not individual destinies. Many women over 40 have healthy eggs and successful pregnancies. The key is to focus on what you can control, your overall health, your stress levels, and lifestyle choices. So in my coaching practice, we work on all these aspects to create an optimal environment for conception. But beyond the physical aspects of aging, which include, as I just mentioned, the likelihood of decreased egg quality and decreased egg quantity and increased likelihood of chromosomal abnormality, what I find to be the biggest challenge by far beyond those physical aspects is the mindset. And what I mean by that is that society conditions women to believe that their fertility is going to drop off a cliff at age 40, and many doctors are actually often saying it's younger, like age 35. And so that type of social conditioning is very toxic and very pernicious to your fertility journey. And so the challenge is really to ignore that type of negative talk and negative belief system, because you want to understand that it is a belief. It's not based on any true fact. Yes, fertility declines, but it doesn't mean that just because it declines that you're not going to be able to get pregnant or that it has to be a struggle. It will take longer, very likely, than someone who's in their 20s or in their 30s, but it shouldn't be indicative of whether or not you can get pregnant into your 40s, into your late 40s, and maybe for women in their 50s. So the biggest challenge for women is really going to be able to trust in themselves, trust in their heart's desire, in the vision of what they want their family to be like, and to really believe that their body is capable of doing that. And so that's really where the work that I do with clients is really to focus on improving their self-concept, improving their self-worth, and really kind of reestablishing the relationship that they have with their body, because sometimes they may be thinking that their body is broken, like something is wrong. And so we really want to reframe that whole story and that narrative into something that's positive, that is actually aligned and supportive of the dream of growing the family. And once that starts going and really kind of gains some momentum and moves along, that's really when the results start to become much more magical, when you can beat the odds of the percentages that you're being given by your doctors, whether it's a 1% chance of success or 5% chance. It doesn't matter. Because when you focus on what it is that you can control, understanding that it's your mind and your belief system that really dictates what your body does. So if you think that you cannot do it, if you cannot get pregnant, if you cannot have a healthy baby, then your body's going to agree with you. It's not going to go against what your mind is telling it. So then your job then has to be that you're changing your mindset so that you believe that you can get pregnant easily, that you can have a healthy baby. And when you do that, and when you can stay consistently in that belief, your body's going to follow along. And that's when the magic happens. Question number 3, how can I improve my egg quality? Improving egg quality is all about overall health. And from a physical standpoint, reducing oxidative stress. From an emotional standpoint and spiritual standpoint, it's really about really believing in your body and its natural ability to be able to do what it was designed to do, which is to have a baby. A woman's body is designed for that purpose, and really connecting with that truth is really important. So let me give you some practical tips in terms of improving egg quality. And number 1 would be nutrition. So focusing on a nutrient-dense diet that's rich in antioxidants, that's anti-inflammatory. I am a huge proponent of eating animal-based foods because those are actually, believe it or not, and I think it's a surprise for many people, animal-based diets are actually much less inflammatory than plant-based diets. You have to understand that plants cannot run away from predators. So they have developed chemical defense systems that protect them because they want to survive out in the wild just as much as any species does. And so humans don't really have a very sophisticated system to digest plants. And so animal-based foods are actually much less inflammatory, much more easily assimilated and absorbed, and provides a lot more nutrients than plant-based foods. So number 1 is nutrition, focusing really on animal-based foods. Number 2, supplements. The 3 that I would recommend, the trifecta, would be a really high-quality multivitamin prenatal. Number 2 would be a vitamin D3 and K2 combination. But first, you would want to make sure that you get your vitamin D level tested, blood level tested, to see where you are. Most people are on the low side, so this way you have a baseline, and then you can aim to target that vitamin D level to the higher end of the normal range. And then number 3 would be a fish oil, because most people don't eat enough fatty fish. And so we really want to increase the omega-3 fatty acids, which are really important for fetal brain development. Number 3 would be stress reduction. That would be practicing mindfulness and stress management techniques, and that's going to vary from individual to individual. For the most part, I would recommend that everyone start a practice of meditation, whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Strive for 15 minutes of just really learning to quiet the mind. And the reason why that's so important is because the mind is constantly chattering to tell you what to do and to make these decisions. But your higher self, your inner being, actually already knows what it needs to do. And you need to be able to access your intuition. And the only way to access your intuition is if there's a background of just silence, of allowing that intuition to whisper through. Because the intuition communicates with you very, very subtly Whereas the physical mind, the ego, is just very loud, like it has a megaphone just right up against your ear. And so you need to be able to distinguish between the two. So meditation is really great. Stress management techniques could be things like going out for walks or exercising. Prayer can be a stress management technique. Cuddling with your partner, anything really to help bring that stress level down is really going to be important. Number 4 would be sleep. Prioritize getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. And I don't mean 7 to 9 hours lying in bed. I mean like really quality sleep where when you wake up, you feel refreshed. That's really important. Our bodies really need a lot of sleep to heal itself, to rejuvenate itself. That's what it's doing when you're sleeping. It's going through that process of cleaning up the debris that has accumulated from being up all day and thinking and, exercising, moving around. So it needs some downtime to process all of that, to take the garbage out and to heal your body and to go into that regeneration mode. And then number 5 would be to exercise. I recommend engaging in moderate regular exercise. Again, that's going to be individual to each person in terms of what they like to do. So the important thing is to do something that you enjoy, right? You really, during this process, you really don't want to be doing things that you don't like because if you don't like it, it's going to bring your vibration down. It's going to bring your frequency down and it's going to create a lot of internal resistance. So and you may need to try different things to see what it is that you like. It could be going to the gym. It could be yoga, going to exercise classes, dance classes, going out for walks. Whatever it is, figure out what it is that you enjoy doing. Be very regular and consistent about it because that is really the key. It's not like one of those hit or misses, like just doing it once or twice a week. You really want to do it. Move your body every day for at least a few minutes. If you can do 30 minutes to an hour, that would be more ideal. Our bodies are designed to move. It's not meant to sit behind a desk for hours on end every day. So those are some strategies that I do recommend to help improve the egg quality. It takes about 3 to 4 months for eggs to mature. So consistency in these practices is key. Do not expect results immediately. And so again, I want to emphasize this takes time, and over time, the effects are cumulative as well, as long as you are consistent with the measures and the strategies that I've mentioned that help to improve egg quality. Question 4, should I consider fertility treatments? Fertility treatments can be a valuable option for women over 40. The decision to pursue treatments like inseminations or IVF, it's personal, and it should be made in consultation with a fertility specialist. However, I always encourage my clients to optimize their natural fertility first. Many women find success with natural methods, and these strategies can also improve the success rates of fertility treatments if you do choose to pursue them. I do feel that a lot of women underestimate how resilient and how quickly their body does respond if they use the strategies that I already mentioned to help with improving their health, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health, how much of a difference it can make and how much impact. A lot of women underestimate that and actually don't realize that. And so I find they jump the gun too quickly on fertility treatments. And I really encourage women to kind of hold back. If it's something that really calls to you to doing the inseminations or the IVF, that's fine. But don't do it because you're panicking and you're feeling like you're running out of time, or it's something that you're checking off on your to-do list. That's coming from a place of fear, of doubt, of scarcity. And if that's the case, I'd rather just you kind of hold back and put a pause on that and really look at your life and see what areas you can do to improve it, to just really make yourself feel better about your body, about yourself, about your self-image, about your chances of moving forward and your prognosis. Because that's much more important that you step in and be prepared so that when you do fertility treatments or even when you're trying naturally, you come in as the best version of yourself. Because if you're coming in panicked and needy and really needing this to be successful, that's not a recipe for success. So you have to come in strong and purposeful and confident and having this joyful anticipation of oh, this particular strategy, whether it's IVF, insemination, or trying naturally, it's the one that really resonates with me. And I feel really aligned with it because it's in that alignment that you get success. So you need to come into alignment with whatever strategy, treatment you use first, and then you do the treatment. And that's really how you improve the success rate of the fertility treatments. So if you take that time to prepare yourself first, rather than just jumping in without any type of mental preparation or emotional preparation, you're going to be a lot more successful if you do prepare. Next question. Question 5, how does stress affect fertility and how can I manage it? Stress can significantly impact fertility by disrupting hormone balance and ovulation. A lot of women find that their periods become irregular, dysregulated with stress. Maybe they're ovulating sooner than they should be, or their cycles are shorter. They're not feeling well overall. They're not sleeping well. Managing stress is crucial, and it is really important to having success on your motherhood journey. Some effective strategies that I always recommend is number 1, meditation or mindfulness practices. I talked about meditation earlier. Again, work towards 15 minutes a day if you can of meditation, just focusing on your breath, focusing on the inhale and exhale. Doesn't need to be anything more complicated than that. That is the most basic meditation that you can do. Yes, you can use apps, you can do guided meditations, but I actually encourage my clients to do meditations of just focusing on the breath, because you don't want to be reliant on someone else guiding you through it in order to be able to relax. You need to be able to do it for yourself. And also when you do it for yourself and you're not listening to someone else, that's when you create the quiet within yourself to allow your intuition to come through. Another way to manage stress is yoga or gentle exercise. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to move your body. Moving your body will reduce stress, obviously. That's why we're bringing it up, but also helps to improve the blood flow overall, right? If you're sitting at a desk behind a computer all day long, you're not moving your body. Your blood's not flowing. And then when you think about it, you're sitting in a chair. Well, you think about you sitting in a chair. What area is all cramped? It's going to be your reproductive area, because it's in that kind of L formation. So the blood flow isn't coming through. So you got to move your body, and that's going to really help with stress. Number 3 is journaling. I find that journaling is something that many women enjoy doing as a way to decompress, to process their thoughts, their worries. And so having a dedicated journal, take the time to buy a really beautiful journal and dedicate it to your motherhood journey, where you allow yourself the freedom to express your thoughts, your worries, your hopes, your dreams. Like, let that be your best friend, because honestly, you probably don't have a lot of people to talk with about it. And certainly you don't want to be constantly talking about it with your partner, because your partner is there to support you, yes, but your partner cannot always be available to help you process every single thought. And it isn't fair to them for you to expect them to be your counselor. And so journaling is a really great way of doing this. Number 4, a way of helping to manage stress is connecting with supportive friends or joining a fertility support group. I have a group program, so it's basically like a support group, and you can tell the connections that are being made, the energy, the really positive energy that's being exchanged. So if you can find something like that will help to support you to raise your frequency, that would be really fantastic for you to have. You just want to make sure that it's not a place where it's just a dumping ground of complaints of what's going wrong, because that's going to bring everyone's frequency down. That's not what I mean about support. What I mean about support is it's a safe space for you to express and talk about your vision of what you want for the future, and the people are going to support you in your vision. And so be really mindful of joining groups where you see that a lot of people are just complaining and there's a lot of fear that's running through the group. That's not a good group to join. Okay. And the fifth and last strategy that I'll mention today to help with managing stress would be to be practicing gratitude. Gratitude is extraordinarily high frequency state of being to be in. And it allows you to focus your awareness on the present moment of the blessings that you already have. Because I guarantee you the fact that you're listening to me on your computer, your mobile device, wherever you are, you have a lot. And so my invitation for you is to really evaluate your life and see what it is that you're blessed with. You have very likely have your partner. If you don't, then, be grateful for what it is that you value about being single. You have friends and family, hopefully great coworkers. You have a great community. Hopefully you have hobbies. You have maybe a great career or job. Whatever it is, you have a roof over your head. You have delicious food that's on your table 3 times a day. So really being able to practice the gratitude of the things that are already abundant in your life really helps to amplify your awareness of things are going well. And really in the present moment, when you think about it, there's really nothing wrong. Yes, you may be wanting something more, but when you actually focus your awareness at the present moment, there's really nothing wrong. Everything is great. And so when you are in that state of appreciation, that state of gratitude, this is really where the law of attraction can work in your favor. And that it will when you stay in the blessings of acknowledging those blessings, the existing blessings, then law of attraction is going to bring more blessings to you. The reverse is true. If you focus on what's missing, then law of attraction is going to just amplify your awareness of what's missing to the point where you ignore everything else, the buffet of life that's already present within you. So I really encourage you to have a gratitude practice. It could be as simple as at the end of the day, listing 3 things that you're grateful for. I always recommend that you do that with your partner if they're open to it, just exchanging what each other is grateful for. And I think that's a fabulous habit to have, to practice for yourself and with others. And so go ahead and do that if that resonates with you. Question 6, next question. Are there any success stories of women conceiving naturally after 40? Yes, absolutely. I've had so many success stories. For this one, it's just easiest to send you to my website, which is juliezhenning.com. It's in the description below. And just look at the homepage. It has a bunch of success stories. Many of them also shared via video their stories as well. So if you wanted to, you could listen to that. But let me just assure you absolutely 100% that there are many women over 40 having healthy babies, having beautiful babies. And it's really about keeping in mind that with the right approach that is right for you and not necessarily for anyone else, but with the right approach that's specific for you, motherhood after 40 is absolutely possible. So now I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest question or concern about fertility after 40? Share in the comments below. Your question might inspire a future video, and your experience could be just what another woman needs to hear today. If you're ready to take charge of your fertility journey, I have a special gift for you. I've created a comprehensive fertility after 40 checklist that will guide you through every aspect of optimizing your fertility. This isn't just about nutrition or exercise. It's a holistic approach covering physical health, which includes nutrition, exercise, and sleep tips, emotional and mental well-being, which will cover strategies for stress management and emotional balance, spiritual connection, so practices to deepen your mind-body connection, lifestyle adjustments, practical tips for creating a fertility-friendly environment, 5 continued learning resources to keep you informed and empowered. To get your free copy of this holistic fertility after 40 checklist, click the link in the description below. This tool will be your daily companion, ensuring you're nurturing every aspect of your fertility journey. And if you're ready to dive even deeper, I invite you to join my 5-day Magical Mama Challenge. In this transformative experience, you'll learn to connect deeply with your body and tap into its innate wisdom. And in the Magical Mama Challenge, you'll discover how to interpret your body's unique signals, powerful mind shifts to support your fertility, stress reduction techniques, specifically fertility, nutrition strategies to boost your reproductive health, and how to create a supportive environment for conception. So go ahead and sign up now using the link in the description. Let's travel this magical journey together, aligning your mind, body, and spirit for the miracle of motherhood. Remember, your fertility journey is unique and you have more power than you realize. Whether you're just starting to consider motherhood or you've been on this path for a while, know that there's hope. With the right information, support, and mindset, amazing things are possible. So here's to your health, your fertility, and the family of your dreams. I'll see you in the comments and in the Magical Mama Challenge.